I literally spoke for 15 minutes. I can say I spoke for 15 minutes. And while I was talking, I'm like, I hope I'm in frame because I'm using my back camera and I cannot see myself. And I can't just start putting mirror to like make sure because I don't have that energy. So I said, okay, let me go and confirm if I'm in frame. Guys, this was not recording. This was not recording, but I just thank God that I stopped and decided to go check. Anyways, hey sugar, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're coming across this video. If you're a returning subscriber, I love and appreciate you so much. You know what to do. Give this video massive thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section. Share if you must, okay? And if you're coming across my face for the first time, you're a new sugar, welcome. My name is Hannah and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based here in New York State. Please don't make it your last. Click on the subscribe icon and turn on bell notifications so that whenever I put up a new video, you will be the first to know, okay? I had already spoken, I had already started this conversation, but I guess I have to repeat myself. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for myself and my family. It's been a bit of a journey recently. For the past 3 weeks, it's been a journey for myself and my household. It has affected us a lot. It has affected my YouTube videos. I don't know if people will notice, but I didn't put up much videos last week, and the vlogs that I put up has been old vlogs that I have piled up on my phone. I had to compile them and put it out there. That's affected my filming, and the ones that I have managed to film, I've not had the time to put them up. My YouTube shorts, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I've not had the time to put up any sort of pictures or videos or whatever because it's taking a toll on me. In my last silent video, I gave a bit of an insight of what is happening. I don't know if you people had the opportunity to read it or see it or come across it, but I literally gave an insight of what was happening to me on my own end. But just in case people did not see that, I'll just share that and then share the other part as well. So for the past 2 months, more than 2 months now, I've been having numbness in my right hand. Numbness and tingly feeling like this. Numbness, electric feeling. I don't know what to call it. Well, yeah, numbness. When it started initially, I felt it was probably the way I slept, or the way I always sleep, or the way I am sleeping. And obviously when you're sleeping, you can't really tell what position you take. When it was happening, I didn't really read too much meaning into it. So I would just wake up in the morning, like shake it off. It takes some time to wear off, but it kept persisting. From the tip of my fingers to my elbow, it kept persisting and it was becoming worrisome. But I did overlook it. I overlooked it because when I shake it off, it will stop, and then the next morning it will start again. So it happened like that, and I'm like, no, let me not continue like this, because sometimes when I wake up in the early hours of the morning, I can't make a fist. I can make a fist now properly. You can see that I can make a proper fist, but sometimes I can't make it. If I want to fold my fingers like this, it will stop halfway. Like it will literally stop halfway. It will stop like this, as if there's a container in between my palm that is preventing me from making a fist. So because of my history with hospitals, I was reluctant to calling the doctor. And I said, okay, let me just call my doctor. So I called my doctor and he asked me to, because I went to the pharmacy initially and the pharmacist suggested I take blood, that my blood level is low, that I should take blood booster. And then I did that, but still it wasn't, even though I didn't do so much, I just did a bit. Yeah, I will confess, I didn't do so much. But then later on, I called my doctor and my doctor said I should check my sugar level and my blood pressure. I checked my blood pressure the first time because I had to walk from my office, it's not my shop, from my office to the lab, or rather the place where I checked the blood pressure. And I didn't rest when I got there. I don't know if that was why he said this. I'll put the first blood pressure results that I got. It was slightly high. The upper side was slightly high. And my doctor said, okay, that I should do another one because I worked. And if I want to do another one, I should take a rest first before I do another one. So I checked my blood pressure the next, I think the 2 days later, and then it was this, which was okay. And then I had to check my sugar level as well. And when I checked it, it was this, which was okay as well. So when I called my doctor and told him the results, he told me everything was okay and that I should take vitamin B, something. He prescribed some drugs for me that I was taking, injection and all of that, and I'm still taking it currently. I'm still on medication. So it's not 100% healed, but it's still there. So like at the early hours of this morning when I woke up, my right hand was frozen, like it was frozen. So it really hurt this morning, like today's one, it really did hurt. That's what I've been going through. So it has been preventing me from doing certain things. Like I can't feel anything this month. I can move it, but sometimes I don't feel anything. It's as if it's not my own. So it has been preventing me from doing certain things. That one aside, you remember the last video that I put when my husband came back home for a week before he went back to work? While he was home, the Saturday before he goes to work, like the Saturday before the day he was supposed to go to work, he had an injury. He missed his step and scraped his under big toe. He scraped the underneath of his big toe. Just a little injury. I might put the picture, I might not. So because of that, it wasn't really that intense. He sprayed alcohol on it when he got home, sprayed alcohol on it and just overlooked it. Thought it was just, not like thought, it was actually a minor injury. And then on Sunday, which was when we had our Winning Women conference, he was with me. We went to church together. He wore his shoes, even though, yeah, it affected his step. But he didn't cover it. The injury was still there, but he wore his shoes. So I feel it was slightly infected. I don't know. But it didn't, you know, when you see an infected wound, you will know. But his wound it didn't look infected. It was as neat as a wound can be. Very neat. So the day for him to return to work, he went back to work. And then when he was at work, he was always complaining, talking that his leg is paining him. And my husband is a big baby. Ordinary malaria he cannot handle. Trust me. So I remember when I needed blood, when I had when I was in the hospital, I needed blood, and my husband could give me blood. So to get blood from my husband, you know, to prick him, like to poke him to draw blood, it was a show. He was telling the nurses, don't poke me 2 times, don't poke me more than 3 times, don't poke me more than 3 times. He's like that. So malaria, when my husband has malaria in this house, everybody's on standstill. So while he was at work, he was complaining about his food. Obviously, I knew it was coming because he has 0 threshold for pain. He really cannot endure pain. He was complaining, and I'm like, okay, you'll be okay. And he said he will come back home so that he will rest. I was even thinking he was exaggerating. So one day when I got back home, I perceived, once I entered the front door, I perceived him. Like, I perceived him when I entered the front door. I'm like, what happened? Is it that I'm missing the man? Why am I perceiving him? I went straight to the kitchen, did everything, then went into the room. Lo and behold, he was on the bed. I was shocked. I saw him on the bed, saw his leg. His leg was really swollen. Like, really swollen. It was elevated and swollen at the same time. So he came back home because of the leg. He had to go to the hospital. They did some x-ray to check if his bone was affected, did some tests, ran some tests and everything. And then they said he had soft tissue swelling. And I'm like, how would a tiny injury underneath someone's toe cause such swelling? I might insert pictures because when the thing was at its peak, I don't really think I have pictures of that, but I will insert some pictures of his swollen leg. They said he had soft tissue swelling and that he needed to rest. My husband could not do anything. He couldn't go to the bathroom by himself. He couldn't go to the kitchen by himself. He couldn't go to brush his teeth by himself. He couldn't do anything by himself. I literally had to help him do every freaking thing. Like, I literally had to do he couldn't move. He was using a cane, like a walking stick, the one he used during our traditional marriage. He was using a walking stick. And when he wants to move, he hops on his leg and it's always exhausting. It was really, really, let me not say is. It was really, really a journey. He was always at home alone. I had to go to work. Sometimes I stayed and go to work late. Like now, I'm literally late because I had to attend to him. So it was challenging helping him go to have his bath. My husband couldn't go to have his bath for like days. I remember when I had my surgery, when you have your surgery freshly, you won't be able to go to have your bath. So you will be cleaning yourself. That was what my husband was. So it felt like I was reliving that moment again. And I'm like, you have zero threshold for pain. Zero. Little or nothing is what he has for pain. He couldn't go to the bathroom alone. So he cleaned himself for like 4 days. We were doing rub and shine. And then we went back to the hospital and they recommended or prescribed some drugs for him again, told him to ice it, elevate it, just telling him what to do to rest, but that him too, he should also help himself. Initially when they told him to rest that time, he would be telling me, doctor said I should rest, therefore you shouldn't move. Therefore, you shouldn't move. Did they say marry the bed? So I needed to confirm that from the doctor. So I went with him to the hospital. I told the doctor, so is it that he cannot move? Cha. The man said, no, that he can move, but he shouldn't stress the foot. So we came back home. I said, Oga, today you go back home. So that day he had his bath. We had to use thank God for the wooden stool I have in my kitchen. He sat on it, he had his bath, I was with him, took care of himself, did everything, came back to the room and everything. I've been having a one-legged husband for weeks now. This is 3 weeks. This is 3 weeks now that he's been one-legged. It hasn't been easy, it's been a journey. So recently, I think he got his crutches, which has been a lot helpful. Because initially when he said he needed crutches, I'm like, crutches. When person they carry crutches, they'll be like, say, the person get intense. And guys, if you see the injury that caused all this, I will try and put the picture. I don't want you to flag me because of the picture. I'll try and put the picture. If you see the injury that caused all of this, very tiny something, very small. This is his toe now. This is someone's toe. Just underneath it, his big toe. Just a tiny scratch. So he has gotten his crutches and it's been helpful. He's been moving around. He's had visitors come see him. He's had friends come see him. And yeah, it's been helpful. And by God's grace, people should put him in prayer so that he'll be completely healed. Like this, yesterday he went for his physical therapy and they gave him an injection which has helped a lot, because today he can literally stamp not stamp, but not, is it stamp or stomp? I can't remember the grammar. But he can put his foot on the floor and stand on both foot, even though he stood for just a second without help. So it's been progress. So we should put him in prayers. Like, I know God will perfect the healing because very soon you will need to go back to work as well. He was giving a time frame for healing and everything. That's been the journey so far. And as for me, as I'm talking to you now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yesterday it stopped here. Today it has gotten to here. Okay, this one I don't have the tingling here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's this numbness on the tip of all of this. And when I check on the internet, the things that I see about the reasons or the causes of this are scary. I'm saying things like the vein, the this, the that, the da, 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 da. And I'm not ready to read meaning into all of that. The last option that I will go for is to go for body massage. Then I wouldn't say body massage, probably an arm massage. Probably have someone massage it so that there will be easy blood flow, because I don't know if maybe the blood is stuck somewhere. I really don't know what the cause of all of that could be, but I would have a massage on this my right arm to help relieve the numbness, and I pray it's relieved as soon as possible because it's been a whole lot. My husband is his right leg and my own, is it his right leg? I think his right leg. My own, my right hand. So if you should put us in your prayers, that's what we've been going through. If you know, or you're in the medical field, or you know someone in the medical field, please help me ask what I can do to relieve the numbness in my right hand. And yeah, as for my husband, he's been going for physical therapy and he's getting better. If you also know something that can also help, speed up the recovery, that would be deeply appreciated. Also, what will help me speed up the recovery for my palm as well, that would be honestly appreciated. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.